Well, developing this morning, we're learning a University of Arkansas student and band member has died after a battle with leukemia over the weekend. Jayce Schutte was a 19-year-old biology major from Benton and a trumpet player in the Razorback Marching Band, the Hog Wild Band, and a campus concert band. He was diagnosed earlier this year with leukemia. The university says he'll be remembered for his talent, energy, and kindness. We'll continue to follow this story and bring you updates as they come into our newsroom. Meanwhile, parents of children who attend Vandergrift Elementary and McNair Middle School are raising concerns about a 5G cell tower that was placed right on McNair's land. Concerned parents say their kids could be spending hours close to radio frequency radiation when the tower is activated. The World Health Organization has classified this type of radiation as a possible carcinogen. Now parents are pushing for answers and a new location for the tower.
We're just worried not only for potential harm for short term, but there is just continuous study on the long-term effects this can have not only on humans, but specifically developing children.
5 News reached out to Fayetteville Superintendent Dr. John Mulford about the 5G tower. In a statement, he said in part, quote, "Given that approval was granted 2 years ago, the district is already contractually obligated, but representatives from Smith Communications have agreed to hold a parent forum to hear from concerned parents. And that meeting about the cell tower will be held at McNair Middle School on Wednesday, November 5th at 6 p.m. for any parents who are looking to attend." In other news, President Donald Trump has officially endorsed Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders in her bid for re-election. Trump made the announcement Sunday on his Truth Social account, praising Sanders for what he called her strong leadership and commitment to Arkansas values. In response, Governor Sanders said she's honored to have his support and that Arkansas stands with Trump in the fight to make America great again. The governor is expected to seek a second term in 2026. And we're taking a live look in Washington, D.C. this morning as the government shutdown enters its 34th day, just 1 day shy of the all-time record with no end in sight. President Trump told CBS News' 60 Minutes on Sunday that he blames Democrats for the ongoing shutdown and says it won't end until Congress gives in or Republicans change the rules. Lawmakers remain deadlocked over funding, including a spending bill that would extend Affordable Care Act subsidies, while millions of SNAP recipients and federal workers continue to feel the impact.
The Republicans have to get tougher. If we end the filibuster, we can do exactly what we want.
Right now, federal employees will continue to work without pay as the shutdown drags on. Democrats are pushing for protections on health care and other priorities, while President Trump says he will only negotiate once the government reopens. And we're also learning this morning that insurance premiums for 2026 could rise significantly unless a vote in the Senate is approved. Low-income families could face even bigger increases if lawmakers don't extend federal subsidies that help make coverage more affordable. More than 24 million Americans get insurance through the ACA, and roughly 92% rely on these tax credits to lower their monthly payments.
We're expecting that on average, premium payments are going to more than double. That's a 114% increase.
Without renewed subsidies, average monthly premiums could jump from $888 to nearly $1,904 next year. Lawmakers remain deadlocked as the federal tax credits are set to expire at the end of December. In other news this morning, President Trump faces big deadlines today as 2 federal judges demand the administration explain how it will continue SNAP food aid during the ongoing government shutdown. CBS's Jared Hill has the details.
A countdown for food aid outside NRG Stadium in Houston. In Atlanta, cars lined up for donations, with a government shutdown snarling SNAP benefits for tens of millions nationwide.
We'll probably serve somewhere between 800 and 1,000 households today.
Today, the Trump administration is facing a ticking clock of its own. 2 federal judges ruled Friday that the White House must continue to pay for the nation's biggest food aid program using emergency reserve funds while the federal government is closed. President Trump says he's asking lawyers to clarify how to legally fund SNAP as soon as possible. Rebecca Hall is a single mom of 5 working part-time as a nursing assistant.
I would surely give up a meal for my kids to eat. If it came down to me and eating, they're going to eat.
Concern for food aid comes as President Trump threw a Great Gatsby-themed costume party at Mar-a-Lago over the weekend. Democrats pounced.
He's been willing to give $20 billion to the Argentines and meet with them, wreck the White House, have a great Gatsby party down at Mar-a-Lago. He has not done what he said needed to be done in 2011, sit down with Democratic leadership.
Democrats have been holding out on a bill to fund the government, urging Republicans to add an extension to Affordable Care Act subsidies, with premiums set to skyrocket.
But fine, let's negotiate it, but you have to do it with the government open.
34 days in and still no sign of serious negotiations. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Most states have announced increased or expedited funding for food banks and other ways to load at least some benefits onto SNAP debit cards. The White House has argued it wasn't allowed to use a contingency fund of about $5 billion for the program. Plus, a federal judge has extended the order blocking President Trump from sending National Guard troops to Portland, at least until Friday. Oregon and the city of Portland sued, saying the administration violated the law by federalizing the Guard. The White House says the troops are needed to protect federal buildings and ICE agents, but the judge ruled protests have remained under control.